Agent of soil erosion. There are different agents which cause soil erosion. Wind, running water, and even human beings can cause soil erosion. Soil erosion makes the land unfit for growing plants. A river coming down the hill carries a lot of mud with it. On reaching the plain, the flow of the water slows down. It leaves part of the soil on its way. Over the years, the soil keeps accumulating and makes the river change its course. Agent of soil erosion by wind. In desert and semi-desert regions, dry soil or dust is blown away by the wind. A strong wind carries away a good part of the topsoil. Quite often the roots of plants lose their soil cover due to the wind. Agent of soil erosion, running water. Running water washes the soil of the hill slope. It is for this reason that the slopes in the Chambal Valley in Madhya Pradesh are used for farming. The Yellow River of China or Huanghe was known as the Sorrow of China because it changed its course often. This results in loss of life and property. In India, River Kosi in Bihar is known to change its course frequently. Agent of soil erosion by human. The trees are cut down at a very fast rate by human beings to meet his need of housing, food and wood. This is called deforestation. The roots of trees and plants hold the soil together. When the trees are cut down, the soil becomes loose and gets blown away by wind or washes away by rain or running water. Overgrazing by cattle also causes soil erosion on his slope. Ploughing or field slope also lead to soil erosion. As we can see in this video, this is an example for the soil erosion. To know more, Muhammad Aiman Hakimi will give a more explanation about soil erosion.
My name is Muhammad Aiman Hakimi bin Saurudin. My title of this group is Soil Erosion and Degradation. I am volunteer from the group. My friend group is Aira, Fahmi, Najla and Sabrina. Today I want to show you the soil erosion. Okay, you can see this.
Next, I would like to talk about soil erosion. What solutions exist to prevent soil erosion? First is use geotextile. Using other erosion controls that include the use of geotextile materials or other methods, such as sodding or hydroseeding. These methods work well on steep slopes and heavy traffic areas. Next is manage stormwater. Addressing problem areas of that get lots of stormwater runoff. Solutions to these problem areas include redirecting stormwater and roof runoff to areas that can settle and dissipate water, such as a rain garden. Next is use soil-friendly agricultural practices. Terrace farming needs to be implemented to make hillside agriculture manageable. Terraces prevent erosion and allow more water to flow to crops. In addition, hillside farm fields need full crop cover to help keep the soil in place. This can be accomplished by intercropping, which means growing two crops together in the same field, such as planting rows of maize or soybean between rows of oil palm trees. For smallholders, agroforestry systems where a diverse set of crops, including trees, are grown together can be effective. Access to manure improves the organic matter of the soil, which inhibits erosion. Finally, alternating deep-rooted and shallow-rooted crops improve soil structure and reduce erosion at the same time. The last one is prevention and rehabilitation. The key to managing and reducing soil erosion is to rehabilitate already damaged land, stop further degradation, and put erosion preventative measures at the core of land management policy. In this way, we can help prevent hunger and mitigate the climate crisis.
Factors of soil erosion and degradation. In this section, we will discuss more about the causes of soil erosion and degradation. Particularly, the loss of topsoil is posing a huge threat to the future of food security as it reduces the fertility of the land and the quality of the crops. Given that food demand continues to rise, as the global population and urbanization increase, scientists are rapidly looking for ways to prevent and reduce the impact of the causes of soil erosion and degradation. The first leading cause that we will look up to is deforestation. Trees and their roots provide the soil with an anchor as well as shelter from the wind and rain. When forests are wiped out, the land becomes exposed and leaving it vulnerable to being washed or blown away by elements. While the slash and burn technique of deforestation introduced significant volumes of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, it has become popular due to its speed and cost-effectiveness at clearing an area. This technique in particular leaves soil vulnerable to the wind and rain, acting as a major contributor to soil erosion. According to Global Forest Watch in Malaysia, the top two regions were responsible for 56% of all tree cover loss between 2001 and 2020. Sarawak had the most tree cover loss at 3.04 megahectares compared to an average of 524 kilohectares. The data above shows the region with the highest rate of tree cover loss in Malaysia. Second is logging and mining. Logging, similar to deforestation, causes soil erosion as it removes the tree protecting the soil from the elements, anchoring it to the ground. Tree roots act to hold the soil together and their leaves and branches form canopies that prevent the impact of the harsh elements. In addition, living trees also produce leaf litter, which is also vital in protecting the topsoil from erosion. Already, the world has lost a significant portion of its forests to logging activities, resulting in not only topsoil erosion, but pollution of rivers, lakes, and estuaries, as well as polluting coral reef environments by introducing too much soil into these areas. Mining is another major industry that directly acts to soil erosion. By its nature, mining requires the removal of earth to retrieve resources from below the surface. Mining can destroy landscape, not only removing earth but also removing the trees that are essential to maintaining the soil. Agriculture relies on quality soil to grow quality produce. However, farming practices themselves such as tillage and the grazing animal cause soil erosion. Tillage is the process whereby land is prepared for growing crops. It involves using machinery to churn the land, leaving it ready to plant seeds. This process has been linked to greater level of soil erosion. One recent study showed that tillage is associated with greater level of topsoil loss, whereas unbounding this process can lead to a 60% reduction in soil loss. Also, grazing animals such as sheep add to soil erosion due to eating plants and grass and exposing the soil to the elements. The hooves of this animal passing back and forth also act to churn up the ground, further adding to soil erosion. Finally, climate change also acts as a major contributor to soil erosion and degradation. Rising global temperatures are initiating more vigorous hydrological cycles, which are resulting in increased rainfall and more intense and regular storms. The effect is that more soil is becoming washed away by increased rainfall events. These four factors, deforestation, logging and mining, agriculture, and climate change, are those that are having the greatest contribution to soil erosion. And without controlling and managing their influence on soil erosion and degradation, the world food security in future years will be under threat.
First, bring back the trees. Erosion is more easier to occur without plant and tree cover. Combating soil deterioration requires long-term forest management and replanting plants. Deforestation in Paraguay is reported to have decreased by 65% in the 2 years following the passage of the country's zero deforestation law in 2004. However, it remains a major issue in the country. Next, stop or limit ploughing. Zero tillage, also known as a conservation agriculture, is being tested by a small number of farmers around the world. Example, from Kenya to the coastward. Efforts are focused on ensuring that no bare soil is exposed by planting cover crops immediately after harvest. These not only preserve the soil, but they also retain nutrients and plant material. They also help to keep moisture in hot weather. Lastly, leave land alone. Another answer to soil degradation is to leave more area and develop despite the challenge of a growing population. It takes 500 years to build just 2.5 cm of topsoil. Land removed from farming would allow soil carbon to regenerate and stabilize. Experts recommend rotating pasture land utilized by the meat and dairy business so that less is used at any given time.